Hello, my name is Candace Caldwell, Program Manager for the Academic Peer System Program here at Prince George's Community College. I'd like to welcome the online students to the EduPlan workshop. So pretty much you'll get all the information that you need to register for the upcoming semesters. Programs of study. This you might want to definitely write down because this will affect you as long as you are here, making sure you're in the right program for what you want to do. Transfer programs have two letters, either AA, AS. Is anyone doing teaching at all? Elementary, education, secondary? That would be the AAT. Okay, anyone engineering? Engineering, that would be ASE. Those are our transfer programs, which means whether you plan to stay here for the full 2 years and then transfer to a four-year school, or you just want to be here for a couple semesters and then go, as long as you are in a transfer program, all your credits will go with you when you're ready to leave. Okay? So again, anything that's transferred has two letters. So if you don't plan on staying here to get your degree, you just want to be here for a couple semesters, as long as you're in transfer, you'll be ready to go and everything will go with you. Career programs. Career programs have three letters. Okay? Career programs are geared towards people who just want to get that associate's and try to look for immediate employment. The real sticky part with career programs is if your intention is to transfer, only half of your credits will go with you. Let me say that again. If you're in a career program and your intention is to transfer, only half of your credits go with you. Why? Because a lot of those courses within a career program are skill-based. They're trying to get you those skills now to make yourself marketable and prepare you for a job. But when you go to that four-year school is going to look at your courses and say, this doesn't match up. We're not going to take it. That is their right. If the school feels it's not equivalent to their program, they have a right to not take it. That's where you lose your credit. The reason why we're bringing this up is because when you all pull up your academic program evaluation, that lists all the courses that you need for your specific major. On the top of that screen, it's going to tell you what type of program you're in. So if it has three letters, it's a what? It's a career, right? Two letters is transfer. Developmental sequence, I'm not quite sure where everybody's at, so we're just going to briefly go over this part right here. If you are in developmental reading this semester, DVR 0051 is the beginning of our reading sequence. After you complete DVR 0051 with a grade of a C or better, your next will be DVR 0061. That's the last of our developmental sequence for reading. You have to get a grade of a C or better and also have taken PASS 1010. Once you complete those two, then you can start taking college level courses based on your major. Developmental English. For those of you, if you haven't touched your English yet, DVE 0009 is beginning of developmental sequence for English. That's the one on the top. After you complete that with a grade of a C or better, then you go to DVE 0011. Now, depending on how you do in that course will determine where you go next in the sequence. If you get a B or C for that course, you have to take additional developmental English 100 before getting out. However, if you get an A for the course, you bypass this and go right into English 1010. That's for those that placed into DVE 0011. For those of you that placed into English 100, again, that's the last of the developmental sequence for English. Once you complete this course, then you go right into English 1010, and that's required for any major here at campus. Doesn't matter what it is. That's college level English. For the math, DLS 0011 is the beginning of our sequence for the math. All developmentals are 4 credits each, okay, for financial purposes, and they're all semester based. So if you placed into DLS 0011, that's the beginning of the sequence. You have to get a grade of a C or better to go on to the next in the sequence, 3171 MAT 104. MAT 104 is the last of developmental sequence. So once you complete that course, then you go right into College of Math based on your major. Is anyone doing business? For mass communications, after you do MAT 104, you do MAT 1350. Early childhood or secondary, elementary, early childhood. After you complete MAT 104, it's MAT 105, MAT 106 if you plan on teaching, and MAT 1160 for education. Anyone else know what they need to major in? computer science. That is a transfer program, so you would have to, for computer science, you have to do MAT 1360, which is trig and geometry, and then you have to do calculus 1 and 2. Okay, so right now, what I'd like for everybody to do is I need you all to log into your OwlLink account. Once you have this on your screen, what I'd like you to also do is I need you to open up another tab. So if you all notice up front where my tab is at, up here, I need you to open up another tab. And again, type www.pgcc.edu to get our main home page. And some of you are slower than others, so I'll wait a minute till you all kick in. On this page, on our home page, scroll down the bottom of the page and select Course Catalog. Select College Catalog. So you have this on your screen. Once you are here, you're going to scroll down again and you're going to select Course Descriptions. Click on that once. Once you have course descriptions on your page, we're going to keep this open because we're going to switch between the two screens. Because when we get to the course planning of this workshop, you're going to need to look at the course description as well as what the prerequisite is for the courses that you are going to select today and put in your account today. Okay, so you're going to switch between those two screens, so that's why we're going to keep this one open, and we're going to tab back to our OwlLink account. So hit the top of the screen to go back to your OwlLink account. And what I'd like for everybody to do in OwlLink is click on Credit Students. You're going to scroll down till you see the main menu. On the student menu screen, you're going to select My Educational Plan. Hit that once until you get this on your screen. So this is the main menu for EduPlan. And we're going to do several things within this menu. The first thing we're going to touch upon is the program evaluation. And like I mentioned before, the program evaluation is a list of courses that you can take here at Prince George's Community College to either get your associate's degree or just follow those courses in preparation for transfer. The next link we're going to focus on after program evaluation is create a worksheet. The third will be modify a worksheet for those that may have one if you were in another program you planned one already. And register for classes. Those are the main screens we're going to be focusing on today. And those are going to be the main screens that you will use while you're here in regards to planning your courses for the upcoming semesters. So what I'd like for everybody to do right now is to click on Program Evaluation. Stay on this screen. Now, on this screen, it should list your actual program. Now, if you do not see your program there, that is okay. Okay? You can do a what-if scenario if your program is not there. And what I mean by that, where it says, what if I change my program of study? If you follow where my arrow is right now, you'll look up the screen. You're going to click on that down arrow and select the course, the major that you do want to be in, if yours is not listed. Now, mind you, you do need to keep in mind that the list here is not in alpha order, so therefore you have to search and find a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, for the sake of the class, I'm going to look for mass communications, and if you all look right here, you don't have to choose that, I'm just saying, just use it as an example. So I'm going to click on that and hit submit. So if you all do see your program, please put a circle beside your major, click on that circle and hit submit. For those of you that are changing, you're doing a what-if scenario, you always need to select the current catalog and hit submit. Okay, so this is the academic program evaluation. And as I mentioned before, this is a list of all the courses that you need to take for your specific major. So there's no need for you to guess and find every semester. Just refer back to this list to keep you on track as long as you're here and plan out. So on the academic program evaluation, if we scroll down, you have your learning foundation courses. If you are placed in developmental, for whether it's your reading, English, or math, you can check this section right here to to see if you're placed in any developmental courses. But for the sake of this presentation, we're going to scroll down and start with the college level courses from English 1010 down. So on your screen, you see on the very top, you have compartments. Within each department, within each compartment, a specific subject area. So the first section you see there says General Education, English Composition, and there's 2 courses listed there. So you have to do English 1010 and English 1020, pretty much cut and dry. And it has 1 course needed beside each one. Whenever you see 1 course needed, those are ones that you still need to do. And those are ones that you're going to plan on your worksheet today, at least 1 semester out. Whenever you see several courses listed in a section, but it says 3 credits needed for this section, that means you just need to choose 1 3-credit course from this section. And if you're not quite sure what courses are listed within there, flip back to the other tab that you had open prior to see what that course means. For example, under the sciences here, the first one that's listed is BIO 1010. So if you're not quite sure what's involved in that, click over to the other tab that we already have open. And you're going to scroll down, and the catalog is listed in alpha, by the way. So I'm going to go down to the B's. And I have Bio 1010. So it not only gives me what the prerequisite is for the course, but it also tells me a brief description of what that class entails. So this is where you're going to choose your classes. So if you're not feeling or you don't want to take Bio 1010, then you can look at the other choices that are listed on your academic program evaluation. So let's tab back to our OurLink account. And we're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. On the bottom of the page, you will have some courses that say NE, which means you were exempt from those. For everything it says NE. Some of you may have TE beside your courses. TE means transfer. So whenever you have a course and there's some letters beside it, always look at the bottom of the notes to see what that means, okay? Courses that you are physically in this semester, okay? You will have the semester and it'll say PL beside it. PL means that you planned out already. Courses that you are physically in right now will say IP in this semester. So it will say 2013 fall, and right beside it will say IP. If you don't have any notes, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm just showing you as an example. Because everybody's different, because everybody's at different points why they're here at Prince George's. Some people may have some transfer credits. Some people may have been here for a couple semesters and may have some courses already satisfied. So as I mentioned before, any developmental courses that you take here, it will be listed on the top of your academic program evaluation under the Learning Foundation courses, which are normally in the beginning part, in this section right here. So any developmentals, developmental English, developmental reading, developmental math will be in the Learning Foundation section, which is normally at the top of the page. So, do we have any questions before we move on to the planning piece?